Okay, it's me, that's right, great and glorious, soon to be famous one day, Nick Dutch, back on the camera yet again. Alright, and the reason I'm doing this video is because someone's left me a comment. It's a very good comment, it's a very interesting comment on this particular video, and it does ask some serious questions which needs going into. The comment says, by summoning a god or demon, etc., which has already been described in detail by thousands of other occultists and used in rituals by the same, would a ritualist have to go through the months of meditating on that entity in the same way as if he made up an entity from his own imagination? I think it's difficult to say. I don't think we can say either way. But the experience happens if you do a lot of meditation and prayer and devotion to a particular concept or imaginary being, that it helps. Now the next part of the comment says, if he doesn't, would that lend credibility to the idea that the entity has an independent existence from the magician? So essentially what this guy is saying is, if he doesn't meditate for days, months, weeks, years, or whatever on the god, goddess, angel, archangel, demon, ghost, whatever it is, that this particular occultist is invoking or evoking, and an experience happens which has to have some kind of correlation with other people's experiences, does that have an independent, is that actual proof or potential evidence that the spirit or whatever actually has some actual independent existence? That's a grey area. That really is a grey area. We cannot I cannot sit here and say that yes, that is proof. Right? What I can do is I can sit here and say that is proof that an experience can happen that will have some correlation with someone else's experience. And yes, weird stuff does happen. I mean, I reckon, and this is just me talking, okay, one of the reasons to do all this fun experimentation into the occult is to have fun and weird experiences. That's it. And yes, these things do encourage us and possibly even demand that we ask questions about the nature of consciousness, existence, the way that the natural world works. Obviously, if something happens, then it happens in the natural world. It is a natural phenomenon, not necessarily an abnormal sort of outside of the universe kind of phenomenon. It's a natural phenomenon, but it's weird. It would depend upon how much evidence we've got of the same entity. It would depend upon the circumstances of the invocations, evocations, and all the rest of it. It would depend upon the knowledge we've got about the body and the brain of the individual practitioners. And we don't have all of this information, so we can only create a partial model of the way the world works. It's not a complete model of the natural world. It is the way that things seem to be under some strange circumstances, but we don't fully understand the precise circumstances by which these things are happening. All we can do is to describe them in terms of quasi-religious things. Because even to say that the god or goddess or angel or demon has some kind of objective existence, that's a statement from religion. That's not a statement from science. Alright, and if magic is the science and art of causing change to occur in conformity with the will, we still have to use as much scientific methodology as we can. So we have grey areas and we have experiences which make us want to ask more questions, but we cannot necessarily say that we can provide the answers. There's lots of people in the occult movement who say that they can provide the answers, but they are wrong. And the reason that they are wrong is because they don't actually know enough. Alright? They're bogged down with a bit too much New Age religious dogma, and that is a big problem these days. Okay, just my 2 cents, the way I see this question today. Good fortune, God and or goddess and or none of the above bless. Have a great MF day. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.